Well, we're gradually getting to clean up, but it's a huge job. There's so much to do. A lot of chainsawing got to come about. They came down very, very quickly and got us mobile so that we could actually get out. But there's a terrific amount of cleaning up to do, and because we are doing what we're doing, building houses and helping to actually rehouse people who have lost everything and their houses are gone, time is very limited. As you can see, that's the roof. Actually, the building itself all stood up very, very well. I put that building up single-handed, simply from metal stud. It's all actually built of metal, and then of course there's a lot of plywood on the inside, not cladding but paneling. So there is a lot of wood in there, but the initial building itself was all in metal stud and then clad in, as you can see, the silver. The silver part is the metal stud, of course. Green and red are roofing panels, good quality roofing panels. As you can see, they've stood the test of time, and only that piece of damage up there, but the roof is gone, of course, which means that the whole of the inside is finished. So that's coming down. A lot of people, including Beth at first, were nostalgic about that it was how we started, and then we built the guest house, and then even the guest house was remodeled. Sorry, I got the hiccups. So right now what we're looking at is the extension, and the extension lost its roof complete. The roof is living somewhere else now, but not as a roof. It's covering the ground. So what we've done this time is we've built rather simply so that we can use it. This building is coming down as well eventually, but for right now I've elected to use this. We put, as I say, we've just put a flat roof on, but all of the finishing paneling in work has yet to be done. We're waiting for the chainsaw crew to cut us the actual part of the roof where that goes in. So that framework has to go in, and we don't have that yet. So that's what's stopping us. You can see what used to be the old ceiling there, and here they've come in and they put the roof on to get the place so that it's weatherproof. All of this will have to come down. You can see the old metal stud that was used to lower the ceiling, float that false ceiling in. But here's the bad news, is all of the clearing up, and lots of this is all good stuff, but it's been flung into a box, and it was stored here at the time, and of course now we've got to sort out what's good and what isn't, which is no mean task, because in there we've got records, all kinds of stuff, you know, that has to be sorted out. But a lot of it is good. There's lots of tools in there which seem to have survived. As you can see, there's sanders and lots of other tools. It all has to be rescued. Now, what we found is that just allowing it to dry out has meant that these tools, a lot of which are actually brand new. I'd bought these just before the typhoon and never used them. There's a nice trimmer that has really not been used. So we've got a box there that's going to suffice as a bench for now, and we'll do this gradually. I'm not going to kill myself. I thought I could get it all done very, very quickly, but that's not true. And so rather than wait, I actually was hoping to get back into shape. Just before the typhoon, I bought a set of weights. We're talking about very modest stuff here. My age, I'm not talking about seriously. I'm talking about just trying to hold on to the little that I've got. But we have some of these, some of the stuff that's advertised on television, on YouTube, I should say. This is a sliding thing. You hang on to this and then pull up like so, and depending on the angle of this, obviously the steeper, I mean, if you're starting to do that, then you can really get into a serious, enough for me, kind of workout. This is a very good tool, which we have used at various times, and it's one of those kind of like, you know, when you're kind of like the skiing thing. So you're half walking, half cycling, and that's what that works at. I've got a bag because I've always been into martial arts, and I always remember a guy who was a champion bodybuilder, so into putting heavy lean mass on, and he said that 3 minutes on a heavy bag was one of the best, most intense workouts that he'd ever done. So, and we're looking at an Arnold Schwarzenegger type of build. So here we've got some various bits of furniture which we're going to be transferring. This part here used to have an L-shaped a corner unit. We're putting that back in because we're going to try to make the guest house, which is where we live at the moment, which we're going to try to make that less of a camp out thing. At the moment we've got the L-shaped couch, the corner unit is in there, hardly usable because we've got a queen size mattress in the middle of the room which takes up practically everything. So there's no getting around that. This is a garbage corner, and we've got the start there which has to come down. How on earth they put that up and expected it to stand, I'll never know. But once again, we're waiting for the chainsaw guys to give us the 4x4 posts that go in there, and then the thing will be done again properly. Okay, so here's our cleanup. That's that table, a desk that we made when we were being given we were given our instructions as to how the office should be presented. So lots to do, and as I said, I'm really not prepared to wait. I can't see how I can wait. I got to get back in shape. I got my mountain bike now. I loved not so much mountain biking, but I did see this bike, and on impulse I bought it. It was cheap because it's a steel frame, which is quite heavy. Well, it's not quite heavy, it's pretty heavy. And so I'm going out with a friend. That's Ricky, who owns the local the Taliban bike shop, the main people who build bikes and stuff. and I'm going out. Ricky and I are going out. He's going to lead me gradually back into getting into biking, which as I say, I really loved. In Florida, I built my own bike in Florida, but very much a simple bike compared to what is done now. It was a steel frame, but it was fine for me because Florida being flat is a biker's dream, really. You can use a bike in Florida and you can use it as transport. So that's what I did, and I had a really nice fixed wheel bike. As I say, you can do fixed wheel very successfully and happily in Florida because it's so flat, and they encourage riding on the sidewalk. Could you believe? A lot of northerners didn't quite understand that when they saw cyclists on the sidewalk, but that was how it was supposed to be. So, getting on with the next part, and I have a workout to do now before Beth gets back here. She's over at the site. She's going to do a little bit more practice on her motorbike riding. She's actually serious about doing that now. She's had a couple of spills, of course, but that was on the property where she was doing off-road. Let's hope that she is careful. Yeah, she's a hard-headed woman, so she'll do what she wants to do, which is both her downfall and her success, of course. Okay, thanks for taking notice, and your interest is much appreciated, and bye for now.